Hello everyone, welcome to another prop cluster. So this one is going to be a standalone prop cluster using this thing because it's going to be a very large build, or at least a very intricate and detailed one. So the explanation is going to be long and require a single video. And this is where the third prompt is going to go. It's right next to everything else, and it'll be up on top of this ridge here. Right, here we are. So this is maybe a bit more of a complicated one. So I'll just start over here and start explaining what this is. What the story for this area is supposed to be is like two feuding families who have houses on ends, sorry, on opposite ends of the ridge here. There's like a big thing in the middle which has got spikes and stuff. And there's like little bits of fire and redstone, which is commonly associated with blood in Minecraft because I guess that's what people use it for a lot of times. But starting over here, this is family number one, the like rich fancy people. They got a house that's made of like diorite and stuff. It's supposed to look like marble and like fancy prismarine stuff. The warp blocks are just supposed to look like a weird wallpaper or something. At least for some reason I associate rich people houses with weird wallpaper. I don't know why I do that, but that is that's why I decided to go for with this. And it's got like a big flag on top because those are their colors. That combination there. Over here, this is like a bunch of cannonballs stacked up. They're special Blackstone ones because they're rich people, so they like import them from the Nether. They get like fancy cannonballs, and there's here humorous skeleton because the family that lives here is skeleton horses, just like the family over there is zombie horses because that's what was in the prompt over here. Yeah, zombie horses and skeleton horses. So yeah, this is basically the dude manning the cannon. And this thing is like, I originally built it at this height, and I realized that's just gonna run into the ditch here. So I built this looking kind of contraption. It's supposed to look like it can slide on this fence, like it's like a railing. Slide around there, and these bits are supposed to look like they can extend, so it can kind of point upward a bit more, and it has more of an aim. And it's of course firing cannonball out. And down in here, this is where the door. I forgot that word. I don't know why I forgot that word. But also here's just like an outhouse or something. I couldn't fit a bathroom in here, so outhouse. In here, bunch of other dudes. Phalange skeleton, cranium skeleton, femur skeleton. So I named them all after bones and stuff. What I could think of. It's got lots of like random items and item frames. They're like turned in weird ways. That's kind of supposed to be like fine art or something. Another thing I associate with rich people. And no idea why, but here we have like special little armor sets, which I briefly thought of trying to make it look like it'd be horse armor, but there wasn't really enough room in here for that. So they have human-sized ones. They just keep them for the novelty, I guess. There's lots of dogs all over the place because there were originally a bunch of dogs on this hilltop. So I tamed them all and I put them in here. Nice carpet too. There's also painting there. And up here, it's more fine art, more dog, more carpet. Here, this is basically like the access to the cannon point, and there's a few more cannonballs around the place. And another carpet, of course. I guess rich people have lots of carpets too. Here, tibia skeleton, amphibia skeleton. They're supposed to be like twins or something. It's more fine art, as I'm calling it. This is just like random storage. It's a table, more stuff. This is like the main bedroom or something. Which, now that I'm thinking of, probably would not fit everyone here, so I guess I'll just say everybody else in the house is just like visiting from wherever they actually live. Like maybe they've got some big huge mansion somewhere and they only stay here just to fight with the neighbors. But they've got the secret like dev paintings, I think you call them, here because they're fancy and stuff. Another dog. Now on the other side of the hill, we have like it's like fruit farmer people. They're the zombie horses. Yeah. Basically, it's got this big tower here. It's based on the target block, so I just did a lot of like red and white tones. Like, I especially like in here how it looks with the mushroom blocks, target blocks, and the white terracotta. It just has a really like clean, fresh look to it. I think I really think that was good. There's lots of like fruit trees around here. This is supposed to be like sponge fruit trees, and these are azalea fruit trees. This stuff I made up, they're not actually real. It just look cool. Here, there's like random blinking light, because I have some chickens in here. They've all got various chicken names, and it's supposed to be like they poop eggs into the hoppers, and then it shoots them down here, and to hatch, the chicks are taken care of by the fire. So I don't have lag from lots of eggs. I say that, but then I forgot to account for this one, also has eggs. This is Cannoneer Bacati. Man's the cannon of the fruit farmer people, and it's shooting something as well. I'm gonna say it can probably be turned around a bunch too, so it can aim as well. Because it doesn't really make sense for it to just be pointing off in this direction when it's not gonna hit them. But they've also got some more cannonballs. Not fancy Blackstone ones, just deep sight. Because I guess they probably mine down and get them themselves or something. Up here, they've got their big flag as well. Looks like a target. So that would just be like their emblem, because the whole house was based on target block. Back here, there's like a little tree that's supposed to be like growing out of a pot still. Like they're not quite ready to plant it. Thought that was an interesting little detail. Then here, the main like house is like an underground bunker. It goes down these stairs, down under the staircase here, which is it's not actually a very little. It's pretty small there, but there's lots of rooms in here. This is the room of Gerard the pig. It's like he collects curiosities or something. He's got like a skull. He's got a soul lantern, lots of books and things. And I put all the rooms. They have like looms and with these things on it. It's supposed to look like clothing or something, like a box of clothing. Over here, this is Alaphus, which is supposed to be like a donkey medic. He's got like a bring stand and other like stuff. It's kind of hard to give it that sense with the palette I'm using. He's also got a big painting there, of course. Over here, this is just like general storage of things. This is like their tools for working with fruit trees and stuff. This is just random storage of things, books and other stuff. That's supposed to be like a bunch of like fruit tree graphs, because that's kind of hard to show. But down here, this thing here, we have more people. This is Ribbit and Lugo Moo, which is the cow people who live in here. They have a house, not really a house, a room down here, big bed and like books and stuff. Over here, this is supposed to be Hoo, who's supposed to be like an inspiring writer. So he has like a little lectern or render. That's supposed to be like a cabinet. Yes, that's supposed to be a cabinet. It's just a bunch of bookshelves up here as well. That's interesting. Over on this side, there's Pectoral and Cranazom. And Zom is like the main family who settled here. They're the fruit farmers. But this person, the zombie horse, is supposed to be like a gardener, like the main like person who works with plants here. So they got lots of like flowers and stuff in their room. It's supposed to be like UV lighting or something, whatever you have in greenhouses. But here, Bicep and Kulfi is on. They're supposed to be a couple too, and they've just got a bunch of like random stuff, books and bits of equipment and things, and of course lots of paintings. It's interesting. Up here, this is supposed to be Hamstring Zom, who is like the artist of their family. They've got like lots of like paintings. It's supposed to look like their banners actually. They're supposed to look like paintings, because you can't really do custom paintings in the middle of Minecraft. And I've got books and more of this stuff. I've got a little piglin head, just because I was scrolling through my inventory and I thought that was a fun little thing, so I added it. And that's supposed to be like a blank canvas that she's going to use soon. And that's just supposed to look like an apron. I used the new armor trims to make it look kind of dirty or very well used at least. And down this way, I really should have stayed in spectator mode this whole time. It's much faster. But okay, down here is like the communal area, and there's like a big table here. We've got some like exotic flowers or something. And these have just got like bits of sponge fruit. They're like preparing, and a bunch of like leaves and azalea fruit that have yet to be separated out. Here we have Karina Zom. She's just like working in here, I guess. I forgot to make room for her, I think. Maybe she just sleeps down here. I don't know. There's lots of books and other stuff here. That's supposed to make it look like a dishwasher because it's like plates that have been like set in there. Over here we've got extra brewing stands and stuff. I think I might have forgotten to use one of the items in the prompt, but it was supposed to be potion of regeneration and potion of leaping. It's supposed to be like fruit juice made from sponge fruit and the azalea fruit, respectively. So I guess I forgot to actually show them in there, but that's what that was supposed to be representing. Down this side, we have, of course, a bunch of tunnels here. This is supposed to be the leaf rotting chamber, because zombie horses, they don't really spawn naturally. I don't think you can get them in survival mode, but my kind of headcanon for them is they eat like rotting plants and stuff instead of a normal horse, which would eat not rotting plants. So how they get food is they rot leaves in a random chamber here, and then they go and eat the rotten ones, which is why they keep the leaves when they separate out the azaleas and leaves. Here, these are supposed to be like little storages for the azalea fruit and sponge fruit. And this lever here is supposed to make it look like the force field here turns on and off, since the force field traps the cold air in there. Ideally, would have also like opened these things, but I couldn't get a redstone signal under there, so it's supposed to look cool, but it doesn't actually function. And down this way, this is supposed to be like a hall of relatives of them, of the zombs who either don't live here or died or something. This is a deltoid zom, I guess fancy rich looking guy or something. It's interesting because their like nemesis are the rich people living on the other side of the bridge. But it's interesting anyway. Here's Baby Laura's zom. It's supposed to be like wearing flowers and got makeup on. Even though that looks like horrifying on a horse. Here's Sylvia's zom. It's supposed to be like old and blind with like a fancy thing on the hair. I don't know. This is Lucius zom, who is super mad looking and also old because of gray hair. Here, these guys are supposed to be like the cousins. They're supposed to be drowned horses instead of just zombie horses because in Minecraft, zombies can turn into drowned, which is like an underwater variant of a zombie. So these are supposed to be the underwater variants of the zombie horses. They're just like their weird cousins. Vastus zom, Oblique zom, and Longissimus zom. Which also I used a bunch of like muscle names for these guys. This is Masseter zom, which is like the weird guy of the family. Because maybe he's like a hybrid or something between the drowns and just the normal zombie horses. Don't know how that would work, but thought it was interesting anyway, because I had to fill the space anyways. And I believe that is it here. That's the end of the episode, everyone. Thank you for watching. Bye.